So today we got an exclusive. Exclusive. We got Super Gasey in the building. We gonna get all the way down to the nitty gritty. I know y'all know him. He hails from Indianapolis, Indiana. You know what I'm saying? I done seen him everywhere, but we gonna take a deep dive into, you know what I'm saying, who he really is and what he became as a man and what he's striving to be. How you doing, man?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good.
Man, you know what, man? I just want to ask you, what's your mental health like right now walking in today?
So, I've been good, you know. Shit, just celebrating my birthday, you know what I mean?
Oh, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, man.
Appreciate you.
So, yeah, man, you know, life getting hard out here, but I see you out striving. I see you always dropping stuff, but I just wanted to start from the beginning, man. Where you from?
I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm from the west side.
Okay.
COC.
Naptown.
You feel me? I rep the whole state, you know what I mean? The whole city.
Okay.
East, west, north, south. I don't live all around this motherfucker, you know what I mean?
So what was the place you said you came from? What side of town is that in Indiana?
West side, COC.
Okay, CLC, what that stand for?
City of the Crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, out west. So you over here like by Hallville, 2G and all that, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Right next to 2G.
What was it like growing up in the 90s, early 2000s in Indiana?
Back in the 90s, it was a little slower, but it was still up tempo. It was cool. I mean, my mom had me when she was 17. Fresh out of high school. So I grew up in the trenches. So it had been up and, you know, it's a roller coaster. It's been up and down. We've been stable and we had to go back to Granny house. You know what I mean? At certain times.
Okay. Yeah, man. You gotta go back to Granny house sometime, man, you know, to regroup. Like, how was the family dynamic? Mother, father, siblings? How was it?
Growing up, it was just, at first it was just me and Mom Dukes, because like my first 3-4 years, my daddy was locked up. But once he got out, he was always in the picture.
You the oldest?
I'm the oldest.
Okay.
I got like 6 brothers, 4 sisters.
Oh, okay. So it was a big family growing up. You said your dad went to prison when you was in the younger age, and he picked back up as soon as he got out. So y'all relationship been strong ever since he been out?
Yeah. Me and Pops have been good. Really who I look up to, you know, one of my inspirations.
Okay.
They showed me how, like, shit can be fucked up, but you can change your situation by being consistent and strive for something better.
Okay, so how was the dynamic in the household after you got out? Did you have mother and father in the same household, or was it separate?
It was separate. He had his own crib. Like when he first got out, he was staying with my Aunt Cleo. I remember going to my Aunt Cleo's every weekend with my dad. See, I used to go to my dad's every weekend. And then once he got together and stuff, he had his own crib, and he always been stable since then.
Okay. So mom held it down basically. So, like, how do you feel like your upbringing was? Like, was you a happy kid? Was you quiet? Was you a recluse? You being the oldest? Like, just give me an intake of how you was as a kid.
Yeah, as a kid, I always heard growing up, like, damn, you act just like your daddy. Like, you know what I mean? I was, like, more conservative, stayed to myself, quiet, but I was a happy kid, you know what I mean? But, like once he was my friend, family, close family, like, shit, when we get active, you know what I mean? Run around playing shit. But, yeah, I used to be more, like, to myself, quiet, unless you was real close to me, or I knew you.
All right.
And I opened up a little bit.
So a little reserved unless you're around family or friends. Just speaking of your childhood, what's your favorite childhood memory, and what's your worst childhood memory? If you care to speak about that.
I got a lot of good childhood memories. We had a lot of fun. Like, I always chill with my cousins. One in particular, really got a lot of good memories. Let me see.
Yeah, you can read just a little bit.
Good childhood memory.
Just something you think about the most, or you go back to all the time, or something that shaped you to the person you are today.
I wouldn't say it's particularly good, but it ain't, I wouldn't say it's bad all the way though, but like my second grade year, we used to ride like four-wheelers, dirt bikes, go-karts, you know what I mean? We was young riding them over. Shout out to my uncle, my cousin, them. Like, they was getting money, so we had access to a lot of different things that most average motherfuckers wouldn't. But we used to ride, I was riding a four-wheeler one day, you know what I mean? And then my cousin Ed and my cousin, I think it was Quasha. No, it was Monique. My cousin Ed, Lil Ed and Monique, right? So Ed was mad because my Uncle Jasper let me ride the four-wheeler, you feel me? So it was my turn to ride. He was like, hey, man, hop on there with me. Breezy hopped on the back with me. I take off. You feel me? I take off. I know how to ride, you feel me? We've been riding these motherfuckers for a minute now, you feel me? I ain't new to it, but you feel me? I ain't get to ride as much as them, because they stayed with my granny and my uncle and them. And I came over on the weekends. But I'm riding, and they get to throwing rocks at me. They throwing rocks at me. I ducked my head, but I guess I didn't let go of the gas. I'm hitting the gas, and you feel me? Next thing you know, you feel me? I'm in the doctor. You feel me? I had ran into the pole. It's second grade year, you feel me? So I was unconscious for like 2 months. Like, my mama ain't let me go back on my daddy's for like a whole year. You feel me? Like, that was a big, like, thing that happened, like, when I was young. I could have lost my life, you know, but I'm still here. But I still, like, I don't know, it affected me some type of way, but some type of way mentally it affected me. It's like some type of trauma or PTSD. And it's part of, like, it's like a scar, like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm like fully recovered from it, but I still ride, I still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. Did it take you away from thrill, like wanting to go fast or riding those type of motorized vehicles or anything?
I don't be technically scared, but I be more aware. Like, I'm more aware of my, okay, I'm hitting fast and make sure I'm aware of my surroundings. I'm hitting, but nah, you feel me? Like, I still be like, okay, I'm just slow down.
And warranted, I understand that, you know, you couldn't go over your dad's for like a year. I mean, some people would say your mom was probably scared for you to be there. But how did you feel about that, being away from what you really liked for a year?
See, they didn't know what went down. I know that my cousin was throwing rocks at me, so I had to put my head down so I won't get hit in the head with a rock. Mm-hmm. You feel me? But I know how to ride them. So even when I came back around, my dad like, you don't get no that, you don't, your mama gonna kill me, boy. Like,
so they thought you just didn't know how to ride, but the whole time you was getting hated on by your cousin.
They ain't know what happened. They just know I had an accident, and you feel me? They could have lost their son. I'm their first son, though. You know what I mean? So it hurt them.
Yeah, it's understandable. So how was the bond like with you and your cousins after that? Because I know that was traumatic for you. Like, was you still rock solid with your cousins, or you kind of was apprehensive a little bit with that?
I mean, we were still tight. You know what I mean? I just know Cub man, because he wanted to ride and his daddy let me ride. So it wasn't really nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of like boys being boys.
It really ain't, I really ain't think, it ain't come back to me till after I really just later on and just got to thinking about it. I'm like, damn, okay, Cub was shitty at me because I got to ride, so they started throwing rocks at me. So I had time to think on it, like, damn, what happened? They like, damn, you still remember? You still remember? How you remember that? Second grade.
Yes, some stuff you don't forget.
Yeah,
Some stuff
remember.
you don't
I
forget.
ain't forgot. I know what happened.
What type of student was you in school? Like middle school, high school. Like what type of student was you in school?
I was, like in my early grades, I was just like an average student. Then like middle school, I was like a CD student. Like some shit wasn't clicking for me. And then like my 8th grade year, I don't want to know. I don't want to say it's on smoking or not. But in my 8th grade year, summer 8th grade, I started smoking. I came back 9th grade, all through high school, straight A student. Straight A student. I was able to reciprocate the information I was getting. It stuck. I didn't smoke every day at that time. At that time, I was only smoking on weekends. When I went up with daddy's, cause shit, my mama didn't even know I was smoking, none of that. You know what I mean? So I'm on the low smoking. Just started smoking. But some way, somehow, this shit started making sense to me then. By then, I don't know if it's because I had to go through this shit a couple times. You know how after you do shit so much, you start catching on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it was that or like just the smoking slowed me down to really collect the information that I was gathering. And I did good through high school. Straight A student.
Okay.
Really would have graduated with honors.
So you feel that smoking basically help you learn or help you pay attention more than before when you were smoking?
I believe so. Like it did something with my brain. It did something with my brain because I was more like ADHD, can't sit still. My favorite thing was gym, like sports, athletic, burning energy, hooping, running up and down, track, like shit like that. I used to be really active.
And see what's crazy, you take it back to the 4-wheeler accident, weed might have been a balance for you. You know what I'm saying? It might be a balance for what you went through. So did you graduate high school?
Yeah, I graduated high school.
Okay.
I ain't had no choice to graduate. I was the first, my mama's first son. She graduated high school. Everybody graduated high school and they pushed me to go to college. I graduated college. You know what I mean?
Okay. What you take in college?
Accounting and business.
Okay, makes sense. So basically we went through your school years in life, but let's get to the nitty gritty of what we came here for and what you do. When did you fall in love with music? And what made you fall in love with music?
I fell in love with music at a young age. Like, I remember my first CD, like when my daddy got out of jail, like that first Christmas, I got a Nintendo 64 and I got a CD player, and my first CD was Lil Romeo. The Lil Romeo first little album dropped. I used to bump them, but like the music was like more so like it helped me mentally, like different moods, like you know what I mean. Like when I went through different shit, I would play certain music and it calm my mood. If I was shitty, it calm my mood down. If I'm in a good mood, it made me feel even better. If I'm depressed, then it kept me in that depressed state. If I wanted to keep feeling like that.
I want to ask you a couple questions about that because that's I like how you put that. Like, if you can name one song that got you through a time that you can remember, or one song that kept you in a depressed state, what would that song be? Or even the artist, if you don't want to pinpoint the song. What artist or what song got you through?
It's a couple of them. One of them was that Boosie, What About Me? Cause I used to always feel left out, like what about me? You know what I mean? I used to feel like that. And then Future, if you know what it took.
Okay. Well, what made you feel like what about me? Like what was you going through? How were people treating you to make you feel like that you was left out of things?
At that point, I'm like I said, I'm the oldest child, so no shade to my brothers and sisters, but it felt like my mom took her eyes off me, and like I had to, by that time I had to, you feel me? I had to go get a job. Like I had to. That's when I had to start figuring shit out on my own. You feel me? I had to go buy my shoes. I had to get my clothes. Like my daddy came through seasonal, but he got other shit he worried about too. You know what I mean? So that was at that point where I'm like 15, 16, where I'm trying to figure it out for myself. So I had to go get my own shit. I had to get my own shoes. If I wanted to stay fresh, like first day of school.
That's about like high school.
Yeah.
So how do you feel that? Do you feel that made your character stronger having to get it yourself, or did you wish that you didn't have to get it at such a young age on your own because you seen other people, parents providing those things for you?
For me, it felt normal at the time. Like, cause I seen my mama had me, like I said, she had me when she was 17, 18. When she was 17, she had her own apartment already. You know what I mean? Like, so when I'm 15, 16, they pushing the same shit on me. Like, hey, it's about time for you. It's almost that time. You know, it's about that time for you to get on your own. You gotta buy your own shoes. Cause my feet was getting big. I mean, I'm size 12, 13. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Those shoes cost way more than everybody else's shoes. Call your daddy. Call your daddy. She used to always tell me, call my daddy. But I don't know. It was. I don't used to call nobody for nothing. You know what I mean? Even though like my dad been there, he always provided. Like, but I'm not. I always been like, I never see him call nobody for nothing. So I feel like I shouldn't be calling nobody for nothing.
So you want self-sufficiency?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good trait to have going into adulthood. We talked a little bit about your dad. How was your mom in the house with, you know, you being the oldest, and I know other kids came behind it. How was your mom? How did she fend, and how was she? Like, how was her attitude towards being, you know, like a mother?
Yeah, for me, like, mom, she was a big mom. She was on point, and she was like overprotective and strict. So like, I couldn't really do shit that mom do. Like I said, I really couldn't do nothing. So I really got to moving, grooving on my daddy's house. My dad used to be cool. Like, you like, hey, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, figure it out.
Yeah, that's
hey, you give me pointers and shit. Like, hey, do this, don't do that. Like, but for the most part, he let me figure it out on my own. And I like that about my dad. But my mom, she like, hey, she had really high expectations of me. Like I said, I ain't had no choice but to graduate. I couldn't fail, so you know what I mean. And I had to go to college. I'm the first one to go to college out of my generation. You know what I mean? So that was a major accomplishment for the family just to see me do that. But after that, I feel like when I went to college, I was just going for them. I didn't go for me. So like, I didn't know when I went to college I'm supposed to be really rubbing shoulders at me and really making friends with these rich white dudes. And so I got major opportunities when I get up out of here. So when I graduated college, it was really back to the trenches. Like, figure it out. Like, you feel me? Work trap. Like, you know what I mean? That's, or hoop. Like, hooping was over for me because I was already out of high school and I didn't go to hooping for college. So that was out the point. So before I had to go for what I know. And I grew up watching Hustlers, so I went for what I knew.
And yeah, that brings me to my next question, because you know, if you, in most parts of the world where, you know, people ain't doing too well, they stand above water, it's either play ball or hustle. Do you have that story? Where you had to either play ball or hustle?
Yeah.
And what age did you, I don't want to say jump off the porch, that's so cliche. So what age, cause I know you probably turned up at your daddy's house. So what age was you when you started using those type of means to make money to get what you needed?
I say I've been out the porch because I was born into an environment that wasn't healthy. Like, I grew up around junkies. Like, I was 5 years old and I'm knowing I had to hide my money because my uncle would run my pockets and take that and go buy some dope. How I know that at 5 years old? You know what I mean? Like, I've been through some shit. Like, I've been through some unhealthy environments, but I could say on my mama's side, she wanted a different environment. She wanted us not in that environment. Cause she used to always ride by the block and like look at the, like, we looking at the niggas on the corner like, hey, this what you wanna be? This what you wanna do? Like, she used to always ask me that. And I used to tell her no.
Yes, and it's like coming from where, you know, because your story sounds similar to mine. Coming from where we come from, we still kind of look up to those people who's not doing right by a kid. Because I had an uncle similar. I always had to give him money and stuff, and you know, I really didn't know what it was for until I got older. Like who was some of your childhood influences around that time? Like what was you influenced by, or what people you think influenced you?
I had a balance. See, I had a lot of good influences and I had bad influences. My major influence was my dad. He was the number one person I looked up to. Like, when I was young, I want to be just like my daddy. Cause everybody tell me, all right, act like just like my daddy, so I put that on times 10, you know what I mean? Like, I'm super quiet. I mean, I wasn't talking to nobody unless you feel me? Unless you was blood or we was tight. And then from there, I looked up to my big cuz, my aunt, you know, my cousin Jose, my uncle Jasper, my mama, Papa, Mama, like, they were some of my major influences in my life.
We gonna circle back around to that too, because I know something about Mama and Papa. We gonna circle back around to that. But I kind of want to get into the artistry now, because your story is really like you have an animated way to tell the story of your life, and I'm actually a fan, so I listen, and it's like you really breaking down stories. So this interview is really getting people to know you, so when you go back to your music, they can break it down. So that's why we kind of get deep. I just want to go to like what was your first studio session like? What was your introduction to creating music and just going from a fan to music to creating music? And what was your first rap name?
Okay, so my first rap name was Emeezy. And like, what got me in my first studio session was, we was in the basement, my guy TC Capone, my nigga Fo, brought me to the studio with him. Like, I just knew it like, damn, I used to always just talk about like, damn, that's the studio. So I get to the studio and shit, I'm the last one with my verse done. You feel me? They waiting on me. Then I start recording, I'm fucking up like a motherfucker, you know what I mean? That's when I was finding myself. That was way back in like 2011.
So 2011 is when you started.
Yeah.
So, like, how did you know that that's the path you wanted to take? Because, you know, when you become an artist, it's like, especially know like how you get down, it's like you dedicate your life into being an artist. So when did you decide to dedicate your life into being an artist and taking it serious?
I mean, not artist to get serious from the jump. I'm like, damn, this could be a ticket. This could be a way out. You know what I mean? But more so like 2013 is when I found my sound. I found myself. Like, I just started going crazy. I'm at all the shows. We used to go crazy at the Rock House. We used to pull up at Maggie's. Like, that's when I run into No Trace, J.R. James. Shout out to No Trace. You feel me? Shout out to them, because they were one of the first ones to believe in me. But before then, I was fucking with my nigga Moonface. You feel me? I got my first 3 records I recorded ever, like, was with Moonface. When I found my sound, you know what I mean? It was me and my youngins. You feel me? One little Foolie, one little Jabba. That's what got me started.
It's a Moonface. That's the battle rapper in your city, right?
Yeah, battle rap named King Gate.
Yeah. I think I seen some. I think I seen him. Like, uh, so like, I heard you talking about No Trace. Was that a label you was a part of when you first came out, or that was just some supporters?
Yeah, like it started off there with supporters, then like it grew from there because they gave me my first big show. But like they seen it in us and they believed in us, and we did like they was like independent label here in Atlanta. And shit, we signed over a 3-year deal with them. Me and my youngest. I brought the whole team. Like shit, you feel me? Not just me, not just young. I brought the whole team. But they believed in the whole thing. And that shit got us going. Cause shit, they provided us with like a studio that we didn't really have to pay for studio time. So we used to be in the studio 8 hours, 10 hours. Like really, like that's how I really broke myself as an artist and really found myself. Like fucking with No Trace.